Why Donald Trump says it is difficult to pardon Sim Diddy comes. It was the kind of headline that made everyone stop scrolling. Donald Trump says it will be difficult to pardon Sim Diddy comes. Wait, what? Weren't these two once friends? Didn't Trump hint at helping Combs just months ago? Well, it turns out behind the scenes, the story is way messier than anyone expected. Because what started as a political talking point has turned into a brutal fallout packed with betrayal, legal chaos, and raw emotion. And the truth, it is deeper and darker than anyone saying out loud. On July 2nd, 2025, everything changed for Cindy D. Combs. After months of intense testimony and disturbing allegations, a federal jury found him guilty on two serious counts transporting individuals across state lines for prostitution. He was accused of even heavier charges racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking by force. But that small relief did not erase what just happened. In Cars, the mood was electric. Outside, the world reacted with shock and confusion. How did one of hip hop's biggest moguls end up here? And even more surprising, why was Donald Trump suddenly involved? Before politics, before prison, and before everything unraveled, Trump and Diddy weren't enemies. In fact, they were almost friendly back in the 2000th century. They mingled at high-profile events to smite for cameras. They exchanged compliments, but then came 2020. Diddy turned on Trump hard, publicly calling him out, challenging his leadership, and pushing voters to get him out. Trump remembered that. And now, years later, it's that bad blood that is making headline again. In early 2025, when whispers of Cam's legal trouble turned into the full-blown trial, reporters asked Trump a pointed question: would you consider a pardon? At the time, Trump was vague, saying he would look at the facts. Nothing was ruled out, and for a moment, some believed he might do it. But now the door is all but slammed shut. In Trump's own words, it is more difficult to do now, especially after the terrible things he said about me during the election. So this is not just legal, it is personal. Here is where things get emotional. Trump did not just say it would be difficult. He admitted something even more human. He said, "We were very friendly. I even considered him a good guy. But after everything he said about me, it is not easy to help someone like that. That is not politics, that is pride." Whether you agree with Trump or not, this reveals a raw truth. Sometimes even presidents make decisions based on loyalty and betrayal. And when a high-profile friendship crumbles under the weight of scandal, everyone feels it. But that wasn't the end of it. Diddy's final fate is not sealed yet. He is facing up to 20 years in federal prison. Prosecutors are asking for a heavy sentence around 51 to 63 months. His lawyers are begging for less, just 21 to 27 months. The final sentencing date, October 3rd. And unless something dramatic changes, is when we will learn if one of music's most iconic figures vanished behind bars for years. But the real question now is how long he will serve. It is who is willing to help him and who is not. Let's be honest, issuing a pardon for someone convicted of sex-related crimes would explode in the media. Trump knows this, and despite his spats with Diddy, he is a master of political optics. Separating someone who has been convicted, even partially, of trafficking-related charges, that is a PR nightmare, even for Trump. So why he might once say he had considered it, now he's making it clear it would more likely be a no. And just like that, the door closed. If it was ever really open at all, this is not just about Trump or Diddy. It is about celebrity power, political grudges, and how fast relationships break when things go south. It is also about how public memories works. The same people who once partied together now won't even shake hands. And when legal trouble hits, even the most powerful alliance stands silent. There is a lesson here, and it is brutal. In fame, loyalty is temporary. And when the world is watching, everything gets personal. So where does the leave Diddy? Guilty? It is sentencing, publicly abandoned by someone who once might have helped him. And Trump is moving on with no signs of offering clemency, but still, in politics, nothing ever final. Will Trump change his mind? Will Diddy find redemption somewhere else? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, In a world ruled by power, ego, and headlines, forgiveness is rare and revenge is unforgettable. Drop your thoughts about this in the comment section and don't forget to like, subscribe, the notification bell for more insights for Starry.